Hello there, everybody. My name is Cami Vogue, and welcome to the channel Dialectica, a channel where I review films for the Ashland community. Today, I will be reviewing a film called Like a Boss, starring Rose Byrne, Tiffany Haddish, and Salma Hayek. Like a Boss is a comedy film about Mel and Mia, who own a business shop called Mel and Mia's, which sells makeup. However, they're about to get bought out by someone named Claire Luna because they're deeply in debt. And Claire Luna has a plan to split the two of them apart so that she can inherit the entire company for herself. Mel is more of a business savvy yet very shy and hates conflict especially, versus Mia, of course, who really counterbalances her in this sense. Mia is more so forward, she's very confident, she's very brash with people, but she also gets things done too. And this is part of the essential part of their relationship, which actually leads me into really the first thing that I really like about this film is actually the performances of both Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne for that matter. I think their on-screen chemistry really helps bring this film together, actually. I think that the performances that they bring really do highlight a lot of the humor that is here in this film. And I thought that both of them do a great job here. I think they truly are some of the best things about this film. And of course, another thing too is there's numerous funny jokes throughout this as well. I think one of my absolute favorites is there's a scene where they have to fire their coworker whose name is Barrett, and they're in a restaurant and they start bickering and things like that, and Barrett just finally throughout the restaurant just says, "Let me have my tragic moment," and he just goes off and does the most dramatic exit in this restaurant, and it is quite well done. Billy Porter plays Barrett, and I think he did a fantastic job pulling this scene off. You know, there's also another bit too where Mel and Mia are smoking a joint in their friend's house, specifically in her baby's room, and they don't realize that the baby is in the room until finally when they drop the joint in the crib and see the baby there. But instead of just picking it up, they decide to take pictures with it because they think it's very hysterical. It's pretty amoral, but I did appreciate it a lot. However, this film is so conventional. I mean, in every sense of the word. I mean, for the plot, for example, this film really is just a buddy comedy. It doesn't really provide anything new to this genre, especially with how it's shot, the cinematography, the production design, audio, everything. Nothing is particularly highlighted, nothing truly notable. Really the only focus, I would say, is just the two performances that we have here. You know, there are also numerous jokes that fall flat in this film. I think one of the biggest highlights here in terms of a joke falling flat, if I may quote, it is the character of Sydney, who is an employee for Mel and Mia. She's a very almost hypersexual kind of character, a little bit older. She's played by Jennifer Coolidge, and she has a line, I quote, where they're talking about cleaning something, and she says, "Clean like a thermometer before it goes in your butt." Yeah, probably the biggest criticism that I have with this film, actually, when it comes to Claire Luna, who is the business competitor and the person who's trying to buy these two out, her whole character has a lot of missteps here, in my opinion. Specifically, she is very intent on buying these two out of their company, and the only reason why she's intent on doing this is because she also used to have a business partner back in the day when she started her company, and that business partner left because they had differences, and she's always just held a grudge because of that, so she goes to mess up other people's businesses, I guess. Highlight at first is that they are trying to highlight how Claire Luna is trying to play this like, oh, I'm a feminist, you know, because I'm a female CEO, even though she's actively antagonizing and trying to acquire businesses run by women, which I do think is a very valid point to make, mind you. I do think that that is a very kind of fake use of the term feminism. However, what my problem here is that the film just doesn't go far enough in exploring why Claire is like this. I mean, we have this whole thing of like, oh, you know, she was left by her business partner and, you know, she just holds a grudge, so now that's why she wants to do this. And that just doesn't, one, feel very realistic, and two, that's not really acknowledging, I would say, the major culprit here, which is capitalism. You know, and also too, just because my queer little heart really can't help itself, oh my god, the characters of Mel and Mia, they just should have been lesbians. I mean, they really truly just should have been lesbians in this film. I mean, there are numerous scenes even where they like kind of act like they are a couple. I mean, mind you, they live together in the same house and have since they were in the 6th grade because they're best friends, I guess. And there's numerous scenes where they say like, oh, you know, like it's okay, and like, oh, it's okay, babe, and things like that. And they use babe, but they don't even use it in just a casual sense. They actually use it in this very endearing sense. And so at first I was like, oh, okay, I guess they probably like, maybe that's where this film is going or something like that. No, I felt very baited. So what can you do, I guess? Overall, I would say this film, it's pretty middle of the road. It's funny, but at the same time, it just doesn't really go far enough with its material. I'm feeling a 4 out of 10 on this one. So that's my review. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please leave a comment. So I'll see you next review.